Hello, Fair Business Australia. My name is Toprak. I'm the founder and CEO of SpaceMate. The app gives you local storage at your community price, and this is my story.
Welcome to the Fair Business Australia podcast. Future-proof your business, impact your community. I'm your host, Rebecca Lloyd.
Welcome, Fair Business Australians, to another episode of the Fair Business Australian podcast. It's great to have you here. Storage. We love it. We hate it. The people that offer it absolutely love that we have way too much stuff. And joining me today is a youngish gentleman that I met a few years ago at a business conference. He was here with his Australian partner. He's in Turkey right now, and I've been talking to him about his new business concept that is brand new, launching to the market. We have exclusive rights here at Fair Business Australia to talk to him and find out all about storage. Toprak, welcome to the show. You've just come back from swimming in the Mediterranean, I understand. What does a morning look like for you living in Turkey at the moment?
Well, it's beautiful out here, and you don't need to worry about the sharks. I should say that after living in Australia for 6 years. And yeah, pretty nice place, just surrounded by Mediterranean mountains. To be exact, it's Olympus Mountain behind me, actually.
Wow. Half your luck, hey, folks. But you did live in Australia for quite some time, which is where I met you. And you have been developing an app all around storage. Now, folks, this is a disruptive business model. I'm so excited that I get to partner with Toprak on this. This is going to revolutionize the storage industry, just like Airbnb revolutionized hotels, just like Uber revolutionized the transport industry. So talk to me about this app. What's it called? Why did you decide to come up with it? What obvious solutions and not obvious solutions does it present to the storage problem?
Okay, well, it's called SpaceMate, first of all. In SpaceMate, we help people finding affordable spaces in their neighborhoods to store their goods, cars, even RVs, and also allowing space owners to make extra income. As you said, you can think of Airbnb for unused spaces. And the idea came along like a couple of years ago when I was having a coffee with a friend. This guy, we just doing motorbike trips around Mount Tambourine area. So he was also a motorbike collector, and he already got 2 motorbikes, and he was keen to get the third bike. But the problem was he already got 1 motorbike stored in his garage and the second one in his friend's garage, and he can't find any space for store the third one. And I was like, dude, it should be an app for it. Have you checked the app store? And he was like, no, actually. And also I was at the same time, I was thinking, is there an app for it? And, I just put a note down on the napkin. Just have a look if there's a storage space sharing app in the app store. And I couldn't find any.
And it was a napkin.
And yes, of course, it's a napkin. And
always a napkin. Every idea starts on a napkin. Please continue.
you got a napkin next to the coffee cup, right? That's the first place you can write on. Anyway, the idea was born, basically, the SpaceMate was born in there, but it took probably like 6 to 8 months for me to rolling out because it's hard to find the developers, even though, let me tell you my background a little bit. I'm a designer, first of all. It's called user experience designer. I've done a lot of, how to say that? So I work for small to medium businesses, all the way up to billion-dollar companies as a creative director, team leader, and also run my own digital agency, another startup, another mobile app. The HQ was in New York. But all that experience brought me here today with this project, which I'm really excited about it. Because, when you're a techie guy, when you're in the industry, you can find ideas, but it's kind of like whether too early to release or it's already being done. So this idea was perfect because in Australia, there is not such a app doing the same thing. And Europe as well. There's only one company doing something similar in the States, and they're only in States. So I think that was a good opportunity.
So good, folks. SpaceMate is an app, sure, but what does it actually connect to? So we need storage, fine, but we've already got storage. So what's the point of SpaceMate? Is it cheaper? Is it more accessible? How do we use it? Hold your horses. I'm going to get all those things answered for you. So SpaceMate is unique in that we're not actually going to a storage facility, right? What is the unique point of difference with the SpaceMate app?
Sure. After talking a whole bunch of people, friends and family, I found that the biggest problem is cost. And the second one is it's usually far away from where people live. That was the main two things. Also, the storage, commercial storage units, they consuming a lot of electricity. So with this model, we can actually reduce that and saving the environment as well, saving the world. The storage costs increasing, especially after COVID. And according to the Wakeman, let me check that. According to Cushman and Wakefield's reports, the growth for the storage space goes up to 20% annually. And
wow. 20% per annum. So all that stuff that you've got, folks, that you swear you needed before COVID, you don't even remember what's in that storage facility right now. It's costing you an extra 20% year on year. Not to mention that we've got rising inflation rates. In short, storage is costing you a lot of dough. What's the difference between a commercial facility and what SpaceMate provides?
Yeah, that's a good question. In SpaceMate, you can find the space just your next door and in your neighborhood. But in the commercial storage units, obviously you have to book, you have to sign a contract, you have to drive all your goods to the big storage units. Most of them got 24/7 access. But I think I would prefer to store for example, if I have only a couple of luggage worth of clothes that I can't store anywhere. Let's say if I'm a uni student and I'm going to go and see my family back in my country. So I have to store my things somewhere, right? But instead of hiring a big storage a unit, I can only jump onto SpaceMate and find a basic room or a garage space in my neighborhood. Maybe the person that I'm going to find in the app, I already know that person, right?
Wow, that's awesome.
The difference between SpaceMate and the commercial storage is basically we provide storage in your backyard, in your neighborhood, on your street, basically.
Wow. So you're telling me that I can log onto an app and instead of having to drive 30, 40, 50 minutes and pay 20% year on year per annum and all these different things for stuff that I don't even know what I've got anymore, I can actually just find a household or a garage or a space that's literally 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the road from me, go and store my stuff with someone that I can become friends with, get to know or not, whatever floats your boat. But you're telling me that this is local storage, local facilities, local community helping one another, right?
That's right. Totally.
Wow. So let's say I had a motorbike, if I'd ever done that dream, which has been a dream for 20 years. Let's say I bought a motorbike and I wanted to store it, but I didn't want to store it at a commercial facility and I didn't have parking on the street because obviously my Jaguar and all those other beautiful cars that I own, of course, I would go onto SpaceMate, I would click the button and I would store it maybe just 3 houses down in their garage, right?
That's right. Like most people these days, especially who lives in the city, they park their cars outside on the streets. even for your car, for your motorbike, you can find just the next door garage space in the app, basically.
So we have Airbnb, we have Uber, we now have car sharing apps. We're completely comfortable with that. And we have dating apps, everything is online. And now we have the ability to share the unused space that is just sitting there gathering dust and not gathering cash. Or rather than putting your cash in with major commercials that go 20% year on year, you could be storing your stuff in with a local person. This is absolutely gold. And it all came out of a napkin and a motorbike story, because motorbikes are the best. Awesome. So is there any space size that you don't do, or is it basically just, hey, I've got a size, I'm happy to rent it out. I could store a boat, I could store whatever I want, as long as I can find someone with space, right?
I think you're going to be one of our first users back. It's great to hear that. And yes, because the range of the houses and the properties in Australia, it's huge. And you can, if you just have an attic or a little space in your garage, you can be on the app. Or if you're living on a farm and you have like a big sheds that people can park their RVs, you can be in the app as well. And the good thing is it's running by locals. So the prices, they're gonna decide what kind of price they're gonna put on. But also, yeah, as a SpaceMate, we kind of find a balance between the really high prices and the low prices to set the market. This is a startup, and we're going to analyze the data, our first 100 users, then first 1,000 users, to see what kind of spaces we are renting out in the app, and then how can we support more to the local communities. We have also we got some attraction from Europe as well, because Europe is a bigger market than Australia and New Zealand. To be exact, it's 25 times bigger than Australia. Obviously, some of the investors interested in from Europe as well. There is a big event called Acceleration Program in Finland, and usually every year they run out this event for a few days, and the startups all around the world, up to 20,000 startups applying for this program. And then they only choose 20 to 30 of them. And last week, I got an email from them, and the SpaceMate was one of those 30 startups. So that's exciting. That's why I'm in Turkey and off to Finland the beginning of the June.
I love that. Locals supporting locals with unused space. It is such a great idea. Why didn't we all think of it sooner? Who knows? We all should have thought of everything sooner. But at least Toprak, who has an Australian girlfriend and, dare I say it, has a big Australian dream, which is, tell us what you told me last week.
Just traveling around Australia, like most of the people's dreams, with our motorbikes.
And there was one more. He also wants to become the
Prime
Minister of Australia.
No.
He thinks there's so many issues that we obviously need someone with a good head on their shoulders. So he thinks he might run for Prime Minister later on. And I think that's a great idea. But in the meantime, I say we get behind this, good sir, and we download the app. First 100 users only, right? Get a discount.
And the first 100 users who list their space, it's very, very valuable users for us. We want to become a friend with them to understand their roadblocks on the app, and also how they behavior and what they want to change in the app, and if they have any good ideas to integrate into the systems. We will love to hear that, because I really believe in communities, and I really believe in the power of the the more feedback we get, the better the product it's going to get, right?
Wow. Folks, who would have known?
Well, thanks, Beck. Thank you for having me here. And I'm really excited for the future of SpaceMate.
There you have it. SpaceMate, the app for storage in your local backyard, available for the first 100 users only. Come along, help get this idea off the ground, launching in Australia first, the first country in the whole world to launch this absolutely brilliant idea. I can't wait to see how it rolls out. We'll get Toprak in again. We will be moving through and seeing what happens with his journey. Thanks once again for joining us on the podcast. Have a great day. You're awesome. Chat soon, and God bless.
Have you got a great business or community initiative you'd like to share with our podcast audience? We'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us today at fairbusinessaustralia.com.au.